What am I? Invisible?
Hi, I'm Kono Tankfish wa yume ga aru. Welcome to your bizarre adventure where people punch the shit out of each other with imaginary friends and do gay poses. This game takes place in an alternate universe where Made in Heaven f***ed up the universal reset and turned everyone into funny logo men with bootleg JoJo names such as Buongiorno Brovana, Jojo Mama, and Cars. Look how they massacred my boys. Actually, Made in Heaven probably sticked the narrow up his ass and got a third Requiem, became Made in Hell and shat itself. It merged all the universes into one big cocked mess where you get to see like Dio whipping his son, then getting killed by Hanke Niju Metodo, Emeraldo Splashio, or Fugo actually getting screen times. Like, what the f***? I am kind of obligated to give your bizarre adventure a 10 out of 10 because no matter how scuffed this game is, because of the infinite Diavolo death loop, this can technically be considered canon. Although I'm quite disappointed that there's not a fighting style that involves German science, because it would have been very fun to shoot people with machine gun in my gut and to scream obnoxiously. Stands are those menacing humanoid, possibly homosexual beings that stand next to you when you want to beat someone to death. That's why they're called stands, because they stand next to you. No, I'm actually serious, that's why they're called stands. But we all see the problem here, like, you know, some stands don't stand because they're objects. Huh? What the f***, Araki? Anyway, you get stands by stabbing yourself with arrows you find in the middles of nowhere. Be warned though, stabbing yourself with these arrows has a side effect of making you a little bit gay, schizophrenic, and possibly give you some random diseases like HIV. Unlike the anime, the arrow snaps itself out of existence after you stab yourself with it. There's also an infinite supply of it, probably because God thought it was a good idea to solve overpopulation by making everyone gay. Oh yeah, you can also get stands by merging with Jesus' ribcage, and there's a lot of it. There's a lot of Jesus. How many bones does this man have? Of course, not everyone can get a stand. Only cool kids who have committed mass homicide are considered worthy enough to get one. If your stand is a disappointment, you can eat this red fruit that you also found in the middles of nowhere to get rid of it. Now, because you find it in random alleyways, rooftops, or in a ditch somewhere, this fruit will almost always give you severe diarrhea and you won't be able to stand straight for 3 days after eating it. Anyway, the skills of the stands in this game fall into these few categories. Category 1, beating the out of the other guy. Category 2, anime teleport no mai wa mushinderu. Category 3, moving so fast you can't see. Category 4, healing is kimochi. Category 5, around with time. Category 6, shooting stuff. Category 7, nigurunda you to another dimension. Category 8, making everyone fat. Category 9, dismemberment. Category 10, remote control. Category 11, let the bot do the job. Category 12, traps. Category 13, buffs and debuffs. Category 14, why are there so many categories? Oh, you know what? Category 14, everything else. F it, bye. Some stands can evolve into a steroid version of themselves. Gold Experience, King Crimson, Silver Chariot, Kira Queen, and Star Platina can evolve into the Requiem form. If you British yourself a second time with a Requiem arrow while saying Korega Requiem. Duh. After getting Requiem, Gold Experience gets a bunch of Uno reverse cards and will start giving not so gold experience to anyone attacking it. King Crimson becomes an edgy teen. Silver Chariot loses its white privilege, said f it, and just became an entirely different stand. With its newly earned end pass, it obtains the overpowered ability called Conqueror's Will. Like seriously, what the f, nerf it, man. Kira Queen can now use his Daisan no Bakudan and start biting Zadusto, and Star Platina becomes sus imposter and pretend to be Zavardo. You get Zavardo over heaven by reading Dio's diary.
俺は弱っていた。首だけだったからな。もしジョナサン・ジョースターの肉体を奪わなかったら。
And completing the diary quest, Zavardo over heaven sold its Roda Rola in exchange for the ability to overwrite reality. You get Sea Moon by giving the gay priest Dio's diary and complete his quest and letting Whitesnake merge with Baby Yoda. Tusk is a f***ing Pokemon and to evolve it you need Jesus. To get D4C Love Train you also need Jesus, his heart specifically. Finally, to get Made in Heaven you need to get Dio's boner, and Jotaro Gun's dolphin porn collection. What? Isn't that what's in the disc? Made in Heaven is annoying and fast as f***, It can make an arena match last forever. Some people just straight up leave if you have this stand because they don't want to deal with this bullshit. You also get the ability to reset the universe and make everyone crippled. Before the update, Universal Reset also gives people crippling obesity. But now Made in Heaven steals Severchara Requiem's ability and swaps everyone's bodies. If you want to be a huge asshole, spam this. Apart from standos, you can also learn different fighting styles by paying and bringing items to these random people who are possibly homeless. Fighting styles are used to extend combos or to complement stands for that extra bit of damage. First you have boxing, where you can auto the shit out of your enemies, knock them away with the big boy punch, or poke their f***ing eyes out. You can only use your boxing abilities when you have your gloves equipped, because the devs like to cock people. Like seriously, why is it not in the toolbars? Why do I keep forgetting to drag it from my inventory to my toolbar? I have to open my inventory to get it in the middle of a fight. Why? Next there's Hamon. Use photosynthesis to charge up solar energy and unleash the power of vitamin D on your enemies. Charge up your Hamon bar and get power equivalent to that of eating a whole jar of Flintstone gummies. You got a zoom punch that extends your reach, just like zoom call that extends your... If Zoom Punch doesn't work, Sunlight or Yellow Overdrive! If Sunlight or Yellow Overdrive doesn't work, Scarlet Overdrive! If Scarlet or Overdrive doesn't work, then you should use Nigeren Dayo! You know, I'm quite disappointed that you can't use the ultimate Hamon ability, aka Thunder Cross Split Attack! Spin is similar to Hamon. You can charge up your bar to do more damage. You can then punch with spin, throw your big balls of steel to your enemy, and harden your skin to literally have balls of steel. Use a stone mask to reject your humanity and become a vampire. Once you become a vampire, you can't go play outside during the day because
the sun is a deadly laser.
You become allergic to vitamin D and take more damage from Hamon. You can block sunlight with an umbrella, but you can't use your fist while holding it for obvious reasons. After becoming a vampire, you'll need to talk to the elder vampire to unlock vampirism so you can fire lasers out of your eyes, freeze people with your stinky breath, and drain other people's life because you don't have one. Filling up the blood bar gives you regen and speed buffs, and you can do it by sucking or buying it at the vampire bar. Just be careful of whose blood you're drinking because you might get hepatitis or HIV. If you want to take a sun bath, or if you're tired of getting by Hamon users, you can eat a Rokakaka fruit or find Jesus to become human again. Finally, there's sword style. While others are fighting with imaginary friends and superpowers, you have a sword. Very nice. You might as well just get Anubis with the SAO skin and stay near the station listening to Crossing Field. Starbuster stream to anyone who dares to come close to you. If you're poor and can't afford any of the fighting styles, you can just buy a bat for 150 bucks and bonk the shit out of everyone.
でもいいような夜だけど4正目に来た出来と君もほどととでもいいような夜だ